I don't know what's going on with this Magda girl. I don't know if maybe Julian has beef with Azrael at the moment. It sounds like to me that
And it's like nobody knows about this. Like the only way I found out about some of these cool new areas was by literally we were getting all these cool teasers, and then when the game came out, this is the shit we got. Okay, hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm Ether and this is the start of a new series I hope lasts quite long on my channel. I listen to podcasts and talk shows quite often, and I haven't really posted anything on Divine Sister related, or like I just haven't really made animations in a while, and I kind of just missed sitting down and working on a Roblox project or editing a video. That's why I thought that I would try doing a talk show type of thing for discussions on Roblox games, specifically Divine Sister, because I have a lot to say about Divine Sister, and I've been in the community for like 5 years now, roughly. And I've just been so busy with school and preoccupied with life that I really do just miss sitting down and working on something like Roblox related. So yeah, I think for a series like this, my target audience would be like people like me who are very busy with life and don't really have time to check in on like Divine Sister, or don't have like the time to play games often. So I think my target audience would I'm hoping to reach people that are like me, people that are like OGs, and people that genuinely just want to like keep tabs on DS without any drama related things or scandals or whatnot. So yeah. Also, I'm just to like be clear, this is like I'm not an expose channel or like a news report drama channel that covers drama and scandals and whatnot. That's like not me. If I do talk about something controversial, it'll just be brief. I'll acknowledge it, but I won't really just like dive too deeply into scandals and whatnot, because first of all, I'm not that type of channel, and I don't have all the information and intellect to talk about situations like that. So I'll only be giving like criticism on like things that I don't like, and just things that I would like to see be improved and whatnot. So you won't really hear any dramatic statements from me, only like constructive criticism. So yeah, if you'd like to suggest a topic you'd like me to talk about, or have any questions you'd like me to answer on this talk show, feel free to join my Discord server and follow the steps in the server to send a suggestion. It's really easy. It's anonymous by default, so if you're like shy or anything, whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoy.
okay, so first of all, we're gonna be starting off with the Pride Sanatorium, specifically the lore and the current story in the game at the moment, because this isn't a theory necessarily, but I'm currently just trying to figure out what the hell is going on in game at the moment, because I have no idea where the current story is heading towards, and I could probably really use a lot of opinions and theories on this. So basically, in a new update, there was a new NPC shopkeeper thing, patient, added into the game. You can find him in like the dorm area. He has like a secret hideout in one of the dorms, and this dude's name is Azrael, and he has a pet cockroach for some reason, which is really creepy. But anyways, he sells weapons, that you can buy with the in-game currency teeth. I still have no idea why they decided to make teeth the currency, but okay. Anyways, this dude sells like weapons. I don't have pictures of the weapons right now, but because they're not really relevant. Well, except one of them is really relevant to this investigation. But one of the weapons he sells is a fractured mirror from this Nurse Magda. Nurse Magda. I don't know what's going on with this Nurse Magda girl. Like, I don't understand why she's so important or whatnot. I'm thinking that maybe, I don't know, she has anger issues or something, because I don't understand why she has a mirror and, well, I don't understand why she broke her mirror. It says in the description for the, like, item that she was a little bit angry and smashed the mirror, so I don't know what's going on with this girl. I don't know if he, like, looked in the mirror and was like, oh my gosh, I'm so ugly, and then smashed the mirror. But there are two patients in game called Julian and Ashen. We have no idea what they look like, so I'm just going to be using this placeholder image for now. But basically Julian... Okay, this one's going to be Julian. Julian was investigating something, and it seems he found something out about Magda. Now Julian wanted to tell his friend Ashen about it, but Ashen kind of disappeared. And we don't really know why Ashen disappeared and what exactly Julian found out about Nurse Magda. Julian left notes in the sanatorium, asking other patients, just asking around if people have seen Ashen, and nobody's really heard from him or anything. And he even asks Azrael, but it doesn't seem like Azrael is very fond of him at the moment. I don't know if maybe Julian has beef with Azrael at the moment. It sounds like to me that it basically just seems like that Azrael gets annoyed by Julian a lot for some reason, and that's kind of why those two have beef at the moment or whatever. Well, anyways, we don't know what Julian found out about Magda. We do know that Magda possibly has anger issues or something like that. And we don't know why Ashen disappeared. We don't know if it's linked to Magda. So I kind of have no idea what to... like, theorize about. Because I don't know... There's not enough information, I think, to, like, figure out what exactly happened to Ashen. There's a area behind the sanatorium. If you make your way to the seashell beach, there's like a cave that you can stop by. And if you go in this cave, there's notes from 3 people. And I think that perhaps one of the notes left behind is from Julian, because it's the notes are the same color. Like the notes are the same color, so I think maybe this note is from Julian. But basically, it seems like that 3 people were standing in front of an entrance to a new area we haven't seen yet. But basically, it sounds like this area is very dangerous for some reason. I don't know what exactly is in this, like, blocked off area. But what's interesting is that it's obviously teased in game that this new area is gonna come in like phase 3. But what's interesting about this entrance is that, number 1, there's like hands on the wall. So this might be a stretch, but I'm thinking maybe, for some reason I thought maybe this is like the Lesbian East hands that we see like in the Lesbian blurs. But I realize that might be a stretch, so that probably isn't the case. And another thing that's interesting is that we find one of Ashen's teddy bears in the cave. And also, so maybe, I'm thinking maybe Ashen went exploring in this place and that's why he's been so gone, because like, I don't know, he probably went messing around with things that he shouldn't have, and now he's, I don't know, dead or something. Who knows? And then if you look closely on this sign over here, you can see that there's a symbol with like a red cross and something going on here. I don't know what that is exactly. But what's interesting is that if you... I'm just now realizing I don't have a photo of it. But on the back of Azrael's shoulder, there's this exact same symbol. And if you ask him about it, he kind of just dismisses you and's like, I don't want to talk about it. So if you ask him what's that mark on your shoulder, he's like, I'd rather not talk about that. So who knows, maybe Azrael is linked to Ashen's disappearance. So what is the symbol supposed to be? You know, I thought that maybe this could be hinting at an official canon Divine Sister cult. And I know that's like very controversial. I think it'd be interesting to see like a canon cult, like a in-game cult in the story or something like that. I'm not saying Divine Sister is a cult, but like I think that would be interesting to see. We gotta talk about Unresolved Mysteries that I think might be relevant soon. Certain mysteries that they introduced recently that have not been answered. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about Devon's teasers first before we move on to the mysteries. So Devon, one of the builders, developers, has been dropping teasers, but I'm thinking that he's probably just teasing what this new, this new area is supposed to be. And I can't really tell exactly what it is, but obviously you can see like fire going on. I can't tell if this is supposed to be like flesh or something like that. It looks. I'm thinking that maybe this could possibly be like a new ritual room. You all remember there used to be like a heart room in the sanatorium where if you would give the sanatorium a melon, give you like 2 blurs, I think. So maybe this is the Pride I'll Rebirth version of the new hot room. But yeah, I'm thinking that obviously it's probably underground, and because it looks like it's in a cave area, so it probably has to be this new area. And then I don't know what this is supposed to be, but if anyone knows like what exactly this is supposed to be, please let me know because I can't really make out what it is. It looks like it's some sort of warrior thing holding a sword, and it's got horns and it has angel wings, and it looks like it's holding a shield, I think. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a demon or something, so if y'all know, let me know. Let's talk about the current unresolved mysteries, because there are quite a few that people don't know about, or I don't think people have spoken about much. The first thing I want to talk about is the sanatorium being alive. So y'all remember when the sanatorium was like busy burning down last year? Basically, there's a clip where in 2 videos where you can see tentacles, or I think these are vines perhaps, coming out of the sanatorium. And you can also see that like the sanatorium has an eyeball for some reason. And in the rebirth version of the Pride Isle, when you get a certain amount of blurs, you start to see these eyeballs on the walls. And it looks like there's like some tendrils or tentacles coming out of it. Thinking, is the sanatorium supposed to be alive? Is there some evil spirit haunting the sanatorium? If the sanatorium is alive, why is it alive? Like, why is that relevant? Why do people need to know that the sanatorium is haunted and alive? You know, like, wasn't the monsters enough? You know. And then, oh gosh, I don't know why this goes here. I didn't mean to put it here. Oh, that's right. I'm talking about that in a future video. For those of you who don't know, in the Pride House Sanatorium trailer, I didn't put the video in. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Let me just pause. So sorry about that. My dumbass forgot to get the trailer for this discussion, whatever. But if you look in the Rebirth trailer that we got a few months ago, if you go to like the very end, you can see that there's a shot, an image of these huts on the island. And also right before the trailer ends. Okay, yeah, this is the shot I'm looking for. There's a shot where there's like a glimpse of these huts, and then the trailer just like burns, like the film just burns down. I don't know what the relevance is of these new huts, but you can find these huts if you go past the village area and you go down to like the older island, and basically I literally had a video saved, but anyways, eventually you will find these huts, and I don't know what the purpose of this is and what the relevance is of this hut. This is perhaps hinting at an ancient, not ancient, but I'm thinking that there were obviously people that lived on this island before the sanatorium was built and whatnot. Because I see no reason for the sanatorium just to be having random huts out on the beaches of the islands. So, because like, they have a giant ass sanatorium, why would they need huts on the beaches or whatever? But I'm thinking that this is maybe saying that there were people living on the island before the nurses and the whole sanatorium thing arrived. And then there's this girl. Now, y'all remember when the sanatorium burned down? There was a shot of this lady like standing in the background, and I think it's pretty obvious that this girl was the one that burned down the sanatorium. But like we still have no idea who this lady is and why she even burned down the sanatorium in the first place. And then we have to talk about the patient files real quick, cause it seems like that there's some dodgy experiment shit going on in the sanatorium. When I first saw this, I had no idea like what this could possibly, like what this means. Like if you read here, it says like Sanatorium for Experimental Visions of Emotional Response, and that actually forms a really weird acronym, SEVA. I don't know if that's relevant, but I just thought it was worth mentioning. But what's interesting about this patient files document is that I feel like it's structured in a way that like lab tests, and I don't want to say lab tests, but it just looks like something that like an evil scientist would like use to keep notes on experiments, like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. And another reason I'm getting that vibe is because like of the mutations that we're getting in game. Like how the fuck are the monsters in the Pride like mutating? Like is there someone on the island that's like doing experiments on people and like just mutating these people and like turning them into evil, like even worse creatures, But yeah, address worth. Oh, I forgot about the Phoenix. Y'all, there's this Phoenix thing that appeared in a video. A video where Yamaha and a few Luna staff members arrive from Lisbon to help rebuild the sanatorium after it burns down. But basically towards the end of the video, you see this phoenix thing flying over the sanatorium, and there's like text appears in orange, and it basically just says like, "We shall rebuild and be better," and stuff like that. But like, why? Why is there a random phoenix? What's the point of the phoenix? Knowing Belinda, I feel like it's probably like symbolism for something. So actually, I'm gonna write that out. But I feel like knowing Belinda, it's probably symbolizing something. So yeah, y'all, there's something underneath the sanatorium, but I don't know what the hell it is. So there's just y'all. I'm really gonna have to make a proper theory video about this. But there's definitely something underneath the sanatorium. But yeah, that's pretty much all the mysteries that we have to talk about for the Bridal Sanatorium.
Okay, now moving on to Lesbian East. One of my main issues with Lesbian East at the moment is just the marketing. Now, when I say marketing, I'm specifically referring to Belinda. I'm not referring to people in the community that's already like making content on the game and whatnot. I'm specifically talking about Valindra. If you go on like Valindra's TikTok page, you'll see that like out of all of the videos she has like one Lesbian East video, and it's like Yamaha doing random shit. You've got all these cool ass films and TikToks and edits and whatnot and stories on your page about like the Pride House Sanatorium, but then you've got like one video on Lesbian East. It's no secret to anyone that Lesbian East is very inactive, but I feel like it's something easy for Valindra to fix. And it's like Valindra has platforms where like some of them are just inactive. Like if you look at Valindra's Twitter page, she occasionally just posts random stuff and commentary and stuff every now and then. Girl, you can promote Lesbian East on your TikTok page, your Twitter page. Like Val, we know that you like filming stuff and you always have a lot of crazy ideas, and you know, like you can literally make anything on Lesbian East. It doesn't have to be perfect. It literally can be like a compilation or whatever, and you can like take inspiration from your community, because it's like your community is actually making really cool content on Lesbian East. Like look at this. This is a really cool edit I found.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up.
It's like, I'm not asking you to make like a super cool film or something. If you look at some of Valindra's older content on her channel, like her Roblox films, you'll see that like they get more views than the animated stuff I've helped her make. So it's like Valindra's done it before, and Valindra can do it again. Like she does have the ability to make cool content and whatnot. She just needs to like push through and make something. And like I feel so sad for the Lesbian East staff team, because occasionally or often you'll see that like in the DS Discord server that like Luna staff members go out of their way to promote the game. Like they'll send like a invitation message in the general chat for players to play the game, and that's so sad because it shouldn't be that way. Like it doesn't have to be that way. Like your staff team should not have to promote your Roblox game. The other day I went to get footage in Lesbian East, and I ran into a staff member it was just her literally playing the game and like me, so it was like two players in game, me and her. I asked her why is she in game, and she's like, I want to revive LBE because if other people see someone's playing LBE, then people will join. And that's like, y'all, that's so sad. Like there's no problem in doing something like that, but it shouldn't have to be that way. You know, I'm not the only one that feels this way. You can clearly see that people want Lesbian East to be active, and there's people that want to see Valindra promote Lesbian East. But yeah, I feel like there's so much cool shit that you could promote in Lesbian East. Okay, now look at this. So a few months ago, a friend of mine, Cheese Sticks, was working on an update for a festival or something like that. I can't really remember, but I was curious to see what he was working on, so I joined the same studio file he was working on, and I just started exploring the Lesbian East map because I was like, okay, why not? And it's like there's these cool ass environments I've never seen before. Well, some of these are actually removed, but the point I'm trying to make is that there's actually cool things in game that they could literally make content on. And it's like nobody knows about this. Like the only way I found out about some of these cool new areas was by literally exploring the studio file. And it's like there are cool areas currently in game that people still don't really know about or just overlook. I mean, like there's clearly secrets and stuff that they're like hidden in Lesbian East. there's like so much potential for content they could do on Lesbian East. And I just wish we could see more of that from Valindra. Because it's like, Val, it's literally your game. You know it's coming in the future for your game, so why not just, and like, girl, this is part where people say your brain is not fried. Like, you genuinely are a creative person, so it's like you have the capabilities to make content. So please, just, people want to see your game active. Like, please, girl. But yeah. But one thing I probably am glad about right now at the moment is that a lot of you guys are suggesting ideas for, the devs to add into game, and I think that's really cool. Because it's like, even Val can take inspiration from this. Like, there's so many creative people in the DS community. I don't know why they're not making use of this. And the thing is, like, there's only so much the developers can do. And like, the only way I'll play Lesbian East nowadays is like if a staff member announces that there's a new festival, or if one of the developers announces that there's a new update in game. Your devs are cooking things, so why not just help them out, help promote what your devs are cooking, like, girl. Like, Val, I'm glad that you've got your developer situation a bit more under control these days. But like, it's like you also have free time to make content again on your games. And it's like, Val, please. There's only so much your developers can do, and like, your pages have been kind of dry for a while, so please. Okay, now I think I saved the best for last just because of how entertaining this whole situation was. Okay, so Gaymoria. Now, in 2022, we were getting lots of teasers from staff members like Imperials and just content creators that Gaymoria was going to be getting a reboot, right? We were getting all these cool teasers. Like, if you look at, this is what the original Gaymoria was supposed to look like. You can see that the architecture was very heavily influenced by the crystal caves in Gaymoria. You can see that there's like cold colors. The color palette here is like very cold colors. There's like dark greens and grays, and the geometry, not geometry, but like the bolds just look very crystalline. As someone who's never really played Gaymoria before this point, I was really excited to see something like this. And it's like they were building up the hype in the community so much. Like, I don't know if you guys remember, but certain people were spreading leaks and shit like that, and that literally got people hyped up. I think around the time that when it got announced to the community, well, not announced, but like when it got teased to the community that Gaymoria was going to be getting a reboot, it was the same time when Valindra started asking for my help to help her create the monsters for the game. And I also did like 2 teasers for the game. The first teaser I did was like in 2022-ish, I think. I can't remember. The first teaser I did was this one. You can still find this video on my channel. Basically, this video is just like a nun walking through the original version of the Gaymoria Reboot temple, and then like this door opens creepily behind her, and you can start hearing plants and vines going crazy in the background. That's what it was supposed to be at the time, at least. But yeah, the video just like cuts out afterwards. But there's also like a quick shot of Valindra standing on a balcony in the temple's version of, it's like she's standing on the balcony of like this area where the holy water would get delivered in game. I remember I had to ask Valindra to make this video because at the time there was a content creator who I was friends with, and I remember him saying that he was having trouble making content because there was a lack of things to make content on in the community at the time. So I went up to Valindra and was like, girl, can I please just like make a teaser on like Gaymoria, please? But that's like kind of the reason this video exists. And then there's this teaser that appeared on Belinda's TikTok page. Okay, so this video was supposed to tease that Torium staff members and Luna staff members were going to work together as nuns in the new Gaymoria. It was like the first glimpse of the monster, but this was like changed. It was supposed to be like this version of the monster. I think if you brighten up the image, you can still kind of see the tentacles, not tentacles, but like these limbs in the background. We brighten this image up a bit. Where is it? Sharpness. Yeah, well, you can kind of see. Yeah, you can kind of see like the limbs in the background. Can't remember why, but they just didn't approve this version of the face. It's like I wanted the face to be something else, because it's like we've had this face on the monsters for ages. Oh wait, this image is way better. Hold on. See, okay, this is a better image, but you can see the limbs of the monster. But yeah, obviously the design changed very quickly between this period and this period. I think because of the fact that Valindra couldn't do this, we had like this limb thing like growing on the face. But anyways, back to the topic of Gaymoria. Obviously the community was very hyped. We were getting all these cool teasers and whatnot, and then when the game came out, this is the shit we got. Like, look at what we were supposed to get and what we got. I'm really not a fan of drama, but I really would like to know what exactly happened between this time frame and this time frame. Basically, y'all, a lot of shit was going on with the community at the time. For what I remember, this version of the game got leaked. So Val was trying to have builders rebuild the temple, but I really don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know why we got this version. This is what we got on release, and the release was such a disaster because it was so buggy and broken and very unplayable. It was just an unfinished product. I still have no idea why they decided to release the game like that, but it is what it is. I have a few clips from this disaster, and like, let me just show y'all. Let me show y'all what was going on in the game. Okay, yeah, so I literally have no idea what the hell is going on in this video, but you can clearly see that the game was very broken. Staff tools weren't working. This girl over here is having a hard time trying to knock this person down. But yeah. Oh, and then there's this one.
Food.
I don't give a fuck what you want.
Can I get
Damn, my breath stank.
Can I get a cheeseburger, a 4-piece, and
Okay, pull up, hoe.
I didn't get to finish.
Pull up, hoe.
I said
I said pull up, bitch.
Okay, I have no idea why this person decided to use this meme audio as the audio for this video, but you can clearly see that like the helicopters in game were very broken.
Pull up, hoe.
Okay, so I love how in this video Valindra's like showing people around the underground cave system, right? But then she herself gets lost in her own game and falls off a cliff. Wait, and this one is literally my favorite because of how ironic it is. actually my favorite because the loading screen, the text says this is the safest place for us. But then a few seconds later, you can clearly see that this is not the safest place on Earth to be right now. You can see that like there are monsters running around. This girl is like leaning over, running on her arms. And like the time is just, the day cycle is just going crazy in the background. Oh. And then there's this one. You can obviously see that like the game is very unplayable and broken, and people had a hard time playing the game. And obviously the game received a lot of criticism. I think this person says it best. Being completely honest, I don't like the current version of the game. The reason being because of the way the current game looks. For such a long time, the devs have been teasing something that looks absolutely incredible just for it to look like a half-baked reworked version of Gaymoria from 2018. The version that the devs has been teasing looks way better in my opinion, and I completely agree. Because like again, if you look at what we were supposed to get and what we got, then it's just really ridiculous. Obviously the game received a lot of bad reception, and for good reason. If I can briefly just state one of the issues surrounding this version of the game, I think at the time that the wrong people were involved. The wrong people were in the community at the time, and there were all these leaks going around from staff members. The game files kept on getting leaked. After this whole situation happened, Valindra obviously shut down the game. She tried to get the situation under control by removing certain people from her community. She made better people to work with, and they basically just worked together to fix this whole disaster. The Gaymoria we got 2 years ago was way better than whatever that whole trash was. And you can see that the reception was way more better than the first reboot. I've just got pictures here of people sharing their experiences in game, content creators making content on the game, and just people able to play the game and just enjoying the game a bit more. This version of the reboot really sparked my interest again for the game, because if y'all know me, y'all know I like lore, hidden mysteries and stories and whatnot. And in this version, it looked like that there was a bit of story going on with the monsters and the lore. And it seems like there was some evil demon creature thing haunting the temple or something. And I was really excited to see where they were going with that and interested to learn more, but unfortunately they shut down the game again because, like Lesbian East, very little players were playing it and it wasn't at its full potential yet. And that's currently where we are present day. Now recently in the DS Discord server, someone was petitioning for them to bring back Gaymoria, right? And a examiner responded by saying the following. We love Gaymoria, and it is now the relabeled home of Holite. Gaymoria is the foundation of the current DPI script framework, and thus it is severely outdated. You may ask why not just copy and paste, but after our prestigious rebuild, there have been bigger and bigger changes solely targeting DPI, and copying and pasting has been outlawed many months ago. This means that Gaymoria is ridiculed with exploits and bugs, which are a problem if we want to re-release, as they would all need to be patched. Though we are actively thinking of solutions and a way to bring this pristine memory back. So obviously there's a lot of technical things going on with Gaymoria if they want to re-release it, and I'd rather have them focus on DPI and Lesbian East at the moment, because it's a lot. Like, it's not easy. But this begs the question, what is Gaymoria gonna be again when it comes out? Because it's obviously not gonna be the same. And recently I spoke to one of the reverends, Malika, and I was asking her what she knew about Gaymoria's future and whatnot. and she basically just knows the same as we do. There are plans for it in the future, and it's in the developer pipeline. We just don't know when it's going to be coming out. But something interesting she had to say was that at first, her and Valindra envisioned Gaymoria to be a vacation school for staff members, to obviously just teach them the way of being the staff members, the culture and whatnot. And I thought that was low-key interesting. If Gaymoria comes back, I think it'd be interesting to see if it was like a school. But I don't know if that means that like only staff members will be able to play Gaymoria. And like since it's going to be like a vacation school for staff members, I don't know if that necessarily means that only staff members will be able to play Gaymoria. If that isn't the case, I think it would be interesting to see if staff members and like citizens were like on the same level. So you could like play a horror game where you could play a DS game where you're trying to survive the night with nurses and there's like monsters running around in the temple and whatnot. I think it would be really interesting to see, you know, like trying to survive a night with a nurse or something in your room or something. Like that would be really cool, I think. But yeah, it's interesting to hear that they do have plans for Gaymoria. But yeah, please do let me know your thoughts on this, because I want to hear what everybody else has to say about Gaymoria and perhaps the new Gaymoria being a vacation school for staff members. Alrighty, and that is the end of today's episode. Please let me know what your thoughts are on this whole new discussion content I plan to start on my channel. I think it was really interesting, and I've seen in the community that a lot of you guys have a lot of interesting opinions that often get overlooked, and I think that would be really interesting to discuss in a video. If you would like to suggest topics for me to discuss in future videos, or you have a question you'd like me to answer in a future video, feel free to join my Discord server and follow the steps to submit a suggestion. It's really easy, it won't take much of your time. Suggestions are anonymous by default, so if you wanna add your name or something in a suggestion and want to be recognized in a future video, feel free to do so. But thank you so much for watching. If you are still watching, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I'll see you guys all soon in another video. Bye.